Okay, so here we are with a new journal I finished with, and it has been quite a while. I was in a major slump trying to get this journal completed, and finally, finally pulled it off. So, keep knocking the camera. Sorry. So yeah, I just took a old used book and repurposed it, and kind of built up from a layer of gesso and then acrylic paint with the colors that I wanted the theme to be. I wanted it to be like a fantasy, whimsical type theme. And so yeah, after the acrylic paints, then texture paste and stencils, and then the images I've used, and some fabric and ribbon and lace and metals and gems. And so that's how I built up the cover. I'm trying to do more and more mixed media type stuff, so still fairly new to using metals and all that in mixed media. Dang it, every time, sorry. And then this here is repurposed sari silk that I purchased specifically for this journal, for this theme with these colors. But when I got the lace, like I understand that some of that lace comes wrinkled and jumbled up, but this was more than that. Like the threads were just running all over the place, and I just wouldn't have been able to use that as a closure the way it was. So I was just trying to make it work the best I could, and I didn't have any special like thread running glue, but I did have something called fabric fusion, and so I actually took a flat iron and completely ironed out the ribbon, and then I went along all the edges from one end to the other with this fabric fusion type glue that's supposed to dry clear and for fabric. So I was hoping that it would dry and be almost not visible, as it's supposed to be clear, right? Well, wrong. So then it just looked like there was glue almost on all the edges, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've ruined it. It's ruined. And I was trying to think of how I could fix it, and I have a few different nail polishes that I've used in other projects here and there, just because the color is so pretty. And so I went ahead and kind of just went along the edges, just like I did with the glue, so it looked like it was on purpose and not like I just threw glue all over the edges. So anyway, that said, because of that, I didn't want to make it permanent, because it's not good enough, I guess, to be permanent. So I was trying to figure out how I was gonna work with that and make it removable. So I made this little loop and put this little butterfly on it, which I thought went well. Okay, so oh yeah, so the size of this journal is 7 3/4 by 5 inches. And the spine width is just under 2 inches. And I guess we'll begin. I think it's actually really pretty. It just makes it to where it's not as soft. You can feel the edges are a little rough, but it works and it's pretty. So that'll do. I kind of overdid it with this journal, so even though it doesn't look like it has a gator mouth when it's closed, it certainly does when it's open. So this, I did 3 signatures with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Let's see. I did like almost like a waterfall of envelopes basically on the front, and this envelope goes almost all the way down, and then this envelope goes from there almost all the way down, and then this one is the shortest one, but they all open. Okay, and apparently I can't make journals without having inspirational quotes. So it says, live your dream with passion. And I've inked the edges and done a lot of stitching and collaging. And in this pocket, I've made this little bookmark. And then on the back of the bookmark, I put this. And then this will be hopefully inside the journal all the time, and everybody will know who this journal belongs to. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Okay. And then I just made this little miniature notepad. And let's see. There are trying to remember how many pages. Okay, so there are 150 pages in here if you're counting front and back. Yeah. So the next one, just another little pocket. A dragonfly. I have sewn the edges of every single page and coffee stained and inked. I haven't distressed quite as much in this one, just because I don't think like heavily distress goes with like fantasy whimsical. I mean, it could. So I've just done it slightly less than I guess I normally would have, but moving on. It's a load of writing space in this journal. I just kind of made this little page topper that you can pull off the page, and then it opens up like this, and then you can, you know, write a secret note or whatever you would want to, really. So yeah, it's just a little page topper. Bookmark if you want. And okay. Alright, and here's the middle of the first signature, and I have put beads and made a little bookmark. There's some little corner tucks with little pearls and edged with some washi tape. And then another journaling card, and this one says, a single dream is more powerful than 1,000 realities. You could write on here, or you could use it as a photo mat. Okay, so there's one altered paper clip in here I'm trying not to pass. Might have. Okay, here's another one. Little corner pocket tuck. And a little cluster. And this one says, we are fearless, original, and independent. I thought that that went well with this, like a warrior, what is it? Oh, what type of animal is that? Well, it's not like a minotaur, or something similar. Anyway, she's a strong woman, so I wanted to put a strong woman quote. And Be Still and Bloom. Another card. Handmade little flower. Cluster butterfly. Here is some stenciling. And here is my altered paper clip. It says Dreamer. And you'll see the back. Paper clip. There's a few little tucks I left blank in here in case anybody was inclined to do some more decorating. I think it could handle a bit more and still close. Next one is another butterfly, dragonfly. Another little handmade flower. Fabric ruffle. And a little birdie. I just love the colors of this paper. It's so pretty. This says, my heart opens to your voice like the flowers open to the kisses of the dawn. Okay, here's another triple or quadruple pocket tuck I made. You could put it behind all the way, or there's one, am I in the right spot? Yeah, 2, 3. And then also a little secret little flip flap that I've done some stamping on, and this says, live every moment, laugh every day, love beyond words. And yeah, this is the permanent little pocket. Here's another little tuck with another little handmade flower. And then here are 2 belly bands, and also these both flip open, and the strings, if you get them in right, kind of hold it closed, fortunately. Open. Okay, and then some little danglies. And another little collage cluster. And another pocket. Embrace the glorious. And then here we have another little pocket, exactly like I made the other one, except for it is an altered paper clip / pocket storage, and then this little flap flips as well. Butterfly. And there's the end of the book. It says, be open to whatever comes next. I figured that that was fitting as it is the last page. And then here we have the back. And this butterfly is pretty flat, so laying down is fine because it's pretty flush. And yeah, that's it. And hopefully I can get back in my groove of creating and do the next one faster. But I hope everybody enjoyed checking this journal out, and hope you all have a great day.